Give me a second. I gotta make the announcement to explain that we're live. Yo, Jackson at work. All right, that's something. Fuck. Can't stand this. All right. Bryce. So it's kind of working. All right. At least I know it's working now. I have to. I can't check chat right now. Give me a second. All right. I need to make this work on Telegram. Yo, Vaquero, appreciate you, brother. What's going on, Vaquero? What's going on? Black Pack. Black Pack. All right, I don't know what. I don't know. Hold on, guys. It's showing up weirdly. Give me a second. Let me. I'll check chat in 1 second to get an exact idea of what's going on. Stig, what's going on, bro? Sleeper Cell, thank you very much. Let me open chat right now. Finally, let me open the chat so I could see what's going on and thank everyone properly. Alright, so I am indeed live. Mecha Reb, appreciate you, brother. Alright, I can now view things better. Alright. Young Soviet, what's going on, brother? This piece of shit. Amila, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Amila? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I think this is a YouTube setup. Midwest, what's going on? What's going on, Midwest? Because I don't have the thing on the top showing the subscriptions. Maybe that's here. Ah, I do have it. Okay. Alright, well. Red Con, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you a lot, guys. Super late here. It's 3 a.m. We obviously don't have a ton of time. Wallow, what's going on? Wallow, appreciate you with the 5. Wow. So Midwest with the 5 as well. Okay, I see you. I'm gonna keep this chat open. Wolf, appreciate you. No, there's no Europeans in the chat because this is American time actually, and it took like, I don't know. It took partner. What's going on? Appreciate you, partner. It took a very long time to get this up and running. This stream, I mean, correctly. So I appreciate you guys' patience with me. This is a different computer I'm using. Elpris, what's up? Appreciate you, Elpris. What's going on? So this was really difficult to get set up. It took about an hour to do. So tomorrow, if I stream, it's going to be much earlier because now everything is set up. So it's all chill. I want you guys to understand that I'm going to be streaming very early. Okay, we're looking at 12 p.m. or I will start at 3 p.m. maybe. But this is an exceptionally late stream for what I'm going to be streaming at typically. And I want you guys all to be prepared for that. Okay. Everything is set up. Everything is good. I want you guys to be prepared and ready for what the streams are going to look like. This is what they're going to look like for now. We have the Stalin portrait right here that we're going to hang up. So yeah, I'm looking great because Jackson has an incredibly good camera over here. And I should check that out. I'm kind of stuck here. Like I'm literally stuck behind this table. I have to move it to get out. So I'm stuck with you guys for the foreseeable future. Okay, guys, what's going on? What's going on? Where to begin? Where to begin? I'm extremely exhausted right now because it's 3:20 a.m. But I arrived back from the Donetsk People's Republic about, was it it was yesterday, right? It was yesterday at like 3 a.m. actually. It's when I came back. I know the time's all jumbled. It's a very long bus ride. It's like a 16-hour bus ride or something. And if you're asking why I went again, the short answer to that question is that I went again to Donetsk because, how do I put this? I I should have prepared. I should have prepared something probably. Yeah. Well, okay. I went to Donetsk again. I'm just trying to avoid anything that could get me like in trouble or something. I went to Donetsk again. I'm telling you the truth though. I went to Donetsk again. Basically, uh, well, to better relations with between the American Communist Party and communists over here. Uh, you know, the Russian left wing. And that's important. Why? Because Russia now is in a war. It's the only major power in the world, besides the United States, of course, which is at any given time in a war, that is fighting a war, and also a war that, in our opinion, we're allowed to have opinions over here, is a just war. So we're here to show solidarity with our comrades in Russia. And also, people are asking questions about, why Russia? Why Russia? Why Russia? Why Russia? Well, I will take time now to answer that question of why Russia. I'll take the time during this stream to answer that precise question of why Russia. So, comrades, this is also my first time addressing comrades in the American Communist Party in a week or so. So, I'll take the opportunity to answer it for comrades internally, for people asking externally, for everyone who's interested in the question, why Russia? Why are we so interested in Russia? Why are we always going to Russia? What's so important about Russia? Well, I'll tell you exactly why. Okay? So, in Soviet times, the Soviet Union was the headquarters of global communism and world revolution. And the American communist tradition is very much tied to this country. Okay? I know there's a lot of different ideologies that have been born in this country since the 1990s. Some of these ideologies attempt to completely repudiate the Soviet legacy. I know that many people will insist that Russia is not communist today, and it formally isn't, and that the Soviet Union is long gone. But practically speaking, on a political and geopolitical level, Russia has inherited the sovereign infrastructure of the Soviet Union, and whether it likes it or not, and the recent events demonstrate this fact, that sovereign infrastructure is just inherently revolutionary with respect to the global order. It's not a coincidence, okay, because Putin tried to join NATO many times, or not many times, but at least once. And after the 1990s, Russia did try to completely normalize its ties with the West. And all the anti-communist propaganda you can think of proliferated here. And they did everything they could subjectively to join the other side. And they couldn't, because they inherited a machine that is designed and that only has one purpose, right? And that machine, well, it's not necessarily designed to overthrow the world, but that is definitely one of the attributes of the machine. And when I say overthrow the world, I'm not talking about meddling in other countries' affairs. I'm talking about striving for a more just global order. Okay, I'm talking about anti-imperialism. I'm talking about resisting the American global system and the unipolar world order, and therefore the international capitalist class. And yes, Russia has its fair share of the members of that class, but they are not really invested in the special military operation in the same way that the working classes of this country are, in the same way that people in remote and peripheral regions are. I want people to understand the profound pressure from the people of this country that was exerted on the government to launch the special military operation. I understand it completely, actually, after going to Donetsk more than once, okay? Think about this. Before 2022, people were living in Donetsk. They were not receiving any official protection from Russia. And they were getting shelled constantly, okay? Just trying to go out their lives, and they're getting shelled and they're getting bombed. And nobody's protecting them. No country would tolerate that for its people, all right? And so much pressure was being exerted for Russia to do something about it. And that pressure came from below. It didn't come from the top. It came from below. And Russia tried, really, really tried to avoid this. When I say Russia, I mean the government. So anyone who's trying to say we're government agents or we're like whatever, it's just not true, okay? We are communists from America showing solidarity with the Russian people, and of course Russia is special for us, okay? Our leaders are buried here. Some of our leaders are buried here, okay? John Reed, okay, Bill Haywood. They're buried at the Kremlin necropolis, okay? It's part of our political tradition. This country is. It's inexorably bound up with it as American communists. We're not simply Russophiles, okay? History happened in the way that it did for a reason. So this is why we're in Russia, and this is why Russia is so special to us. Because as American communists, we've always, the Communist Party USA always has had a special relationship to this country. Why? Because this country was it was the headquarters of the struggle of the international working class and of world revolution. Now, the Soviet Union is gone, but things are changing in this country, okay, since the special military operation. International alliances are changing, okay? Russia, China are now teaming up, something that didn't happen when the Soviet Union was around. I'd like to remind you. Russia's leveraging all of the old foreign policy of the Soviet Union to reignite. Sturkit! Thank you so much, brother. To reignite HB Rain. Save the VOD in the hospital. Just had a baby. Wow. I mean, wow. Congratulations. Really, congratulations. It's quite incredible, actually. Anyway, sorry, I don't mean to. Can I fix the title? I can't. That's the last thing I was supposed to do, but I was like, no, you guys have been waiting. I got to get the stream going, and I don't have a lot of time to stream. So we'll fix the title next stream, though, I promise. And I told you guys the next stream is going to be like more professional and more set up. And as you can see, it is, you know. What's up, guys? I haven't gone to the gym in like a week. All right. So, I don't really like. Does this look stupid? Let me just like not hold this so I have my hands free. Let me just try to do this. All right. Does it sound good, guys? How does this sound? Gotta sound good. All right. Doesn't matter. I don't care. Anyway, now my hands are free. I feel a lot better. So, sounds good. All right. Perfect. So, guys, the yeah, like I was saying, the political tradition of American communism is very much has a special relationship with Russia, the era of the Soviet Union. And look, people are just not Western leftists who criticize Russia. They're just not materialists. Okay, yes, the Soviet Union formally doesn't exist anymore. Yes, there have been many changes that have happened since the 90s. But the material foundation did not just disappear, okay? It didn't just disappear because they changed the flag and they changed the name. That's not how it works. It's really not how it works. Please visit the remote regions in Russia, any remote regions. Visit places like Donetsk, and you'll see that the legacy of the Soviet Union is very, very far from having disappeared in this country overnight. Yes, many things have changed. Yes. But also, things have changed in China, by the way. Uh, and what precisely has changed? Well, many people will argue capitalism has come and fully conquered this country. And that's not true, okay? That's not true. And I'll tell you exactly why. There, the entrance into the world market has obviously it's completely changed the game. I totally get that. But the fundamentals, at the level of the fundamentals, um, the infrastructure in places like Donetsk and remote places in Russia in general, still very much just from the Soviet times. Okay. I went to buildings in Donetsk, government buildings. It's all built in the Soviet Union. Not all, but most of it, I would say. There's just these fundamental infrastructure that's still just there from Soviet times. And to the extent that that is in any way being updated, it's being done by the government. It's not being done by the capitalist market. The capitalism has brought a lot of consumer like goods into this country that didn't exist before. Absolutely, right? But like the idea that that has totally reversed the Soviet Union is just it's nonsense. It's complete nonsense. There was no there was no reversal in general. Actually, nothing was reversed. Something was added, and a lot of things were neglected. Absolutely neglected. But nothing was complete. Nothing was reversed. There's no way to reverse history. Okay, and Russia today is very much politically, geopolitically is positioned. It doesn't matter what the position of the government is, by the way. Objectively speaking, it's positioned against the prevailing world hegemony. Now, the government can be more or less um, responsible for that, and it could more or less take up that responsibility, but it's just there objectively no matter what. And I think now the by the way, the orientation of the Russian government has caught up with Russia objectively since the SMO. And what I mean by that is Russia is not is interested anymore in just joining the West. Now they're more interested in cultivating relations with North Korea. so So yeah, everyone's commenting on my appearance. Thanks, guys. Very, very intellectual discussions going on in the chat. Anyway, Um, so I have a lot to talk about. So my experience in Donetsk. Um, I think the first time I went to Donetsk, there was something very spiritual about it. Um, very much, very special actually. It's a very special place, much more special than Moscow, in my opinion. And there was something very spiritual about visiting the ruins of Soviet civilization and um, having such an understanding of, again, I mean, you're going to hear this a lot when people talk about it, but it's really people made of steel. They're very resilient. It's resilience, resilience, perseverance. That's what the story's about, you know. They would not they would not disappear. They would not let go. They are persevering despite having been abandoned. That's what it is, you know. The second time, I got more used to it. So the second time I thought during the trip, of course, I'm always thinking like philosophically about anywhere I go when I travel. But I think this time I was thinking more about um, I was thinking more about like the future, you know, not just the past, but the future. I guess that's the best way I could put it. I think some kind of revolution has happened with the awakening in the Donbass since 2014. The SMO has accelerated that, but I don't think the full consequences have been drawn out for Russia as a whole, or for the world as a whole, for that matter. Um, in any case, you guys want to hear what happened with the HIMARS, so I'll just get into that and tell you what I experienced. So it was a morning. I had just woken up. I went to the hotel, restaurant, or whatever you call it. I got some coffee, and I was sitting right by the window. And I remember hearing like faint in the distance, explosions in the air. It's typical, you hear it all the time in Donetsk. And it's Russia's anti air missile system that's just intercepting shelling. Now, what should have made me think a little is that actually Russia has fully taken away Ukraine's ability to shell Donetsk. So the only way Ukraine can reach Donetsk is through HIMARS. Um, so that should have made me a little worried, probably. But I ignored it. And then it started happening more, and I kept ignoring it. And then it started happening more, and it was getting a little bit closer. And I said, huh. And then it started getting closer, you know. And then I was like, huh? And then it got close enough to make the entire hotel shake. It started like really shaking, like everything really shaking. Like um very like violent. This is the first time I experienced anything like this. So everyone ran to the back, which was not a shelter, but it was away from the windows. Orvo, what's going on, Orvo? Appreciate you. Okay, and keep in mind, this is my first time experience. I don't know what's going on, but for all I know, this is what I'm thinking at the time. I am fucking dead. Okay, I thought it's only a matter of time that it hits us. It's only a matter. It's getting so close and so intense now. It's only a matter of time. We're 100% going to be hit. The hotel is going to be hit. I don't know what we're fucking doing on the second floor still. But I'm not saying a word. I'm not doing anything really. I'm just waiting, you know. But in my head, as I felt like I was I was paranoid enough to say I'm dead. Someone gave away our location. They're going to kill me. They're going to kill us. We're dead. And no, I didn't pray at all. The first thing I thought in my head as I was about to die um, was just, I can't believe Jackson's sexist comments that he made on Twitter. I couldn't believe how many feelings were hurt because of such comments. Banana. Thank you. I couldn't. The toxicity of the whole infrared community is just on the internet, on Twitter. As I was about to blow up, I just thought, no, this isn't the real. The real world is, like some sexist things Jackson said as a joke, or some joke someone told on Twitter, and it was such a big deal. Those were my last thoughts before. No, I mean, in all seriousness. Sorry, I don't want to make light of this, but it's like, that's not what I thought. But afterwards, I definitely did get a little pissed because I was like, man, people who are terminally online, they don't know what real life is. They really fucking don't. Okay, fuck, they just really don't fucking know what real life is. They really just fucking don't. Okay, like getting upset over some fucking nonsense. I understand people getting personally insulted if it's directed against them personally. I completely understand that, all right? Respect is important, honor is important. I totally get that. But people getting upset over like nonsense, I don't fucking understand it, all right? I don't get it. I don't understand people who get upset over like some very benign. I don't know. I think people are not in the real world anymore. It's whatever. Okay, no, in all seriousness. Okay, seriously now. No, I mean, as it was getting closer and closer, what I was thinking about was that this is a really, really bad way to die. I just was really thinking that this was a really stupid, bad way for me to die at this time. Because how the news would be spun would not be good for us. Chairman of the ACP dies in Donetsk. Oh my God, Twitter would throw a party. Everyone would be so happy. And I don't know how you guys would respond to it, like. And I was thinking, like, they got the Sayyid Nasrallah, they got Soleimani, they got Sinwar, they got, Syria's fallen. And it's like, it would just be the perfect thing it would make sense, and I said, no, like, I'm not part of that old generation. I'm not. I'm fighting for something new, okay? The axis of resistance, very noble, okay? Very noble. But I'm not going to go like the Axis went. All right, I'm not gonna disappear like the Axis disappeared. I'm not gonna be defeated like the Axis was defeated because I represent something new. Okay, I represent something new that they didn't have. Um, But like oh man, it just understand that like this is where I was mentally as these sounds were getting closer and closer, and it's like it is such a fucking hideous, ugly sound. It is so ugly. It's so mechanical and like it's like a guy. Imagine just a guy like just being like, "We're gonna get you, bitch. We're gonna get you," and it's like, but they're not. It's not a person saying that. It's actually like a fucking machine, like a fucking alien machine, just so nasty and so something so terrifying, really, at the core. I understand the terror people feel. I really, really did understand. Oh, it killed me, man, because it's just the minister, appreciate you. The minister, like, to think that, were you afraid to die? No, to be honest, no. What I was afraid of is potentially being injured in the rubble because we're on the second floor, and just like I don't know, like having my limbs cut off and just being there, like that's what I was fucking scared of. Death, who cares? You're gone. What are you scared of? I'm never scared of death. I'm much more afraid of injury. Jennifer, appreciate you. Death doesn't scare me, but injury scares me. To be honest, um, quick death does not scare me. And I'm not. Doesn't mean I'm brave. By the way, bravery is about fearing nothing. I think I may be somewhat brave, but I'm not trying to say like I'm the biggest badass ever because I'm not scared to die. The biggest badass ever is not scared of anything. No injury, no pain, no nothing. So to be clear, um, is it possible it was supposed to hit your group? I don't think so, and I'll explain why in a second. Um, anyway, I just want to talk about the terror, okay? Because it's one thing to read about it on the internet; it's another thing to experience it. And oh boy, man, the terror people feel, I totally understand it. I totally feel like, well, maybe it's ignorant for me to say that because, but it's just like such a mechanical ugliness, and it's so abrupt, and it's so ruthless, you know. And if you're just somebody trying to get through their day, and that just happens, it's just so much terror I could imagine that provokes in you. And why is am I saying this, and why is it important? Because these fucking weapons were created by our government, and it's funded by our taxes, officially speaking. And you know, it's like I felt a lot of anger. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can't explain the anger exactly. Tipo, what's up? And I still feel angry about it, but I don't know what it is. It's like some son of a bitch pressing a fucking to the full force of our government's technological and cunning dominance, you know, and the ruthless alien monstrosity of our state, our deep state, our government, our intelligence agencies, all of their fucking ugliness and nastiness. Such nastiness, you know? And I felt real hatred, you know? Like how much I fucking hate them. And how much they hate me, I felt very much as well. Um no, it's just it's very ugly. It's like we got you, you know, we got you. I don't know, it's really hard to explain. I don't know. It's just I sound crazy. And don't celebrate, guys. Don't celebrate what happened because people did die from that. They did, you know. I was told 6 died, 30 wounded. Imagine 6 died, 30 wounded. The thing I feared was wounded, right? 30 people got wounded and 6 died from that thing I was experiencing. So it wasn't just in my head when I was thinking the hideousness and the ugliness and evil, it hit a building in the Donetsk city center where our hotel was near. So that's why I don't think I was targeted or we were targeted. Um, we weren't targeted because we were just next to the city center, and the city center was targeted. But civilians were killed, and it's a big wake-up call. It's a big wake-up call. I have never experienced a danger like that. What do I mean by that? Typically, the danger you experience in life is from people who are in your proximity. Chris, appreciate you, right? Typically, it's people. So you're like having a cup of coffee, and when danger comes your way, there's a face to it. This is a completely different experience. To experience modern technology in this way, very different, very new. It's a very new thing. I want to give you guys an example of this because I want to talk about it, like in a way that maybe you could relate to somehow. Or maybe some of you here have experienced this before. So maybe this will be a good way of like describing it. But we have so much profound trust in technology that we don't understand ourselves, which has a very big lethal capacity to totally consume and destroy us, but we still trust it. But it's just it's like a monstrous hyper object. A good example is airplanes. When you travel by plane, you're getting on a plane, it's a big, nasty machine. You don't even know how it works. And if one fucking thing goes wrong, you're dead. And this plane can, but you fly and you trust it. And when it makes all these sounds with the engine and whatever, it's like, okay, I mean, it's working as intended. And so, like, you don't even think about it. Cars maybe are similar. You're traveling at 70 miles an hour on the highway or 80 if you're in the fast lane, and you're a big hunk of metal, and if you crash, you're done. It's very similar. So there's many things in life like if you go to an amusement park and you go on a roller coaster, it's like that. You go on a train, anything. A lot of things are like that. So to have that turn against you, that's what it feels like. It's like to have that turn against you. Like, that is a very, very different experience. Because these HIMARS are such sophisticated technology, and they have, and it's like it's coming for you now. Like it's coming to kill you. That's the goal. That's what it's made for, to kill, and it's coming for you. So that's what it feels like. Very ugly feeling. But yeah, of course it's war, but yeah, of course. No, I mean war, it's like now, I think the first time in war, maybe you heard someone shoot an arrow for a split second and then you're dead. But you thought about it for a split second that, okay, I'm dead. And then when they had invented cannonballs, you heard the cannonball shoot, and then, yeah, you're done. But you have maybe, I don't know how long, a few minutes or a few seconds to think about it. But this is like, there's no way for you to react. There's no way to run. There's nothing to do. Just wait. You're done. You're being given a warning, but that doesn't make a difference because it doesn't matter. You're still gonna get. still gonna get hit. And by the time you find out, you found out that you're dead, you know? That's war today. Completely impersonal. Completely and fully impersonal. So, yes. Um, okay, let me continue. All right. I'm gonna have to stream again today, probably. Sorry, not today, tomorrow. So many leftists hoping for your death. Interesting. You know, I still don't know what these people are made of. I know I see them talk on the internet. I don't know like what I have to witness it in person. And I never have. I've never ever witnessed it in person. All that energy they bring on the internet. So, yeah, well, what can I say? You know, if I think they hate the idea of me a lot more than the real me because they don't know the real me. So they hate the idea of me a lot, and they hate me because they hate you. You know, if there was no you, why would they hate me? So, but I always give people the opportunity to confront me. If I hate someone, okay, at least I can confront them. But there's someone. Speaking of people I hate. So that idiot, I don't even know his name, the civilizational timescale guy. It's so funny. He's like, he's doing the thing that all traitors do, who are traitors to from our little movement or whatever. It's like, okay, if you want to leave, leave. You know, like you don't want to be part of this anymore. No one cares. Leave. But like, no, I have to get something out of this. So they constantly posting about us, constantly trying to direct negative attention toward us. He's that fucking pretentious like bitch. I don't know what his name is. He's like a China boo fucking bitch. He's always posting about us now. And but what he says is very interesting. He goes, "Oh, you guys are just fucking up so badly. You guys are just making so many mistakes." And this is how I know this guy like is mentally retarded because we're not making any mistakes. You are deliberately trying to direct negative attention toward us and disseminate propaganda against us. So take responsibility for it, you fucking bitch. Don't say like, "Oh, I'm not doing anything. You guys are making the you guys." No, you are isolating things and presenting them out of context to engage in propaganda against us. Now, if you want to say, "I want to destroy you guys, I want to bring you down," just say that and just be honest about what you're doing. I'm sorry, like it grinds my gears a little bit when they go, "Oh, I'm not. Oh, you guys are You're No, you're spinning shit, and like you are posting about us and drawing and like making a big fuss out of small shit no one cares about. That's on you." Okay, you take response. You subjectively have your feelings hurt by something someone said, and are deciding to blame all of ACP for it. 90% of the time, people aren't even in ACP, by the way. But you subjectively are responsible. There's nothing objectively we're doing badly or messing up on. You fucking bitch. Stop being a pussy and take responsibility for the fact that someone triggered you to a point where you feel like you want revenge against us and you want to attack us. That's fine, fine. Attack us. But tell the truth about what you're fucking doing. You are attacking us. You want to bring us down. You have a problem with us and you want to do damage. You can't, by the way. Because why? Because 99% of people live in the real fucking world where actions speak louder than words. Okay? Something on Twitter that hurt someone's feelings. It's not even personal by it. It's just something they said. I don't know, they used a bad word or something. That means nothing. Nothing to real people. To real people, showing up on the picket line and putting your money where your mouth is means something. For real people. For working people. That's what means something. Real shit. A fucking bad word on the fucking internet means nothing. And you're giving away your petty bourgeois consciousness, you retard. Anyone who thinks discourse is reality has no proximity with the reality of labor. People who think discourse is reality are people who are paid to talk and write and type on the fucking keyboard. Not paid to work with their hands. Where this doesn't fucking matter. Reality matters. When you fucking dig dirt with a shovel, fucking words don't matter. When you're building a damn house, words don't matter. What you do matters. How you change reality matters. By the way, what I'm saying, it's Marxism 101. Read what Marx wrote about the division between mental and material labor. Okay? The ruling class thinks discourse is reality. It's not. It's really not. Now, does discourse have something to do with reality? Of course. But what is the essence of the discourse? Okay, what's the substance? The things people are making a fuss out of, by the way, conveniently, while we are on we're marching ahead, okay, very aggressively with the Amazon thing, and I'm in Russia, okay? A lot of coincidental uptick of bitching and moaning about ACP recently. But what is the practical and material significance of the discourse people are bitching and whining and moaning? Like, what is the material significance? Tell me what the material significance. Oh, do you guys have a problem with women? Materially, how? How materially? Go ahead, it's like Blue's Clues. Yell at the screen and explain materially how there's any misogyny or problem with women ACP has. In practice, I mean. Like in actual practice. You know, like in the actual fucking real world? Like in the real world, right? This shit. No, I'm just waiting for a response. I'm waiting for the real world. How the ACP in the real world has is in any way sexist. I'm just waiting for that. You know, someone was saying something, that same bitch, by the way, he is the one who decided to say, oh, ACP is the one, ACP members engaging in sexual harassment. This is completely unbecoming. A communist shouldn't do this. I mean, first of all, what fucking communist party are you in for you to talk about what communists should and shouldn't be doing? You're a fucking ant and a nobody. Sit the fuck down. Stop talking about what communists... What? Because you read a fucking book? What do you know about what a communist is? Prove to me that you can be in an organization and put aside your subjectivism and assent to an objective reality of collective organization. Square one. then maybe talk to me about what communists should and shouldn't do. And by the way, what if we held you to the same scrutiny? Every possible person who um, has your organization's name in their bio, that is you, right? So first of all, I investigated exactly what happened. Now, first of all, of course, I don't encourage any don't make sexual comments toward people. Don't do that stuff. I don't encourage any of that. And uh, I don't see it as appropriate behavior at all. But the person that was being argued with was actually the one who initiated the sexual harassment. That person, by the way, apparently, so I'm told, was also trying to harass me sexually, like posting about me in a way that is inappropriate. So I think, does it justify? Nothing is justified. But that's the context. When you're on the internet arguing with people, human nature tends to be like, justice, eye for an eye. I'm going to do exactly what you're doing to me and what you've been doing. I'm going to give you that same fucking energy back. We need to be patient and maybe, not stoop to that level. But has an egregious crime been committed? No, it fucking hasn't. If you investigate what happened, it hasn't. Okay, there is no egregious crime that was committed. Even if we would say it's a mistake, it's not an egregious crime. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. This is tarnishing the name of ACP forever. Why don't you fucking touch grass, you fucking out of touch retarded bitch? And I'm talking to a man, by the way, in case someone wants to bitch and cry that I said bitch. A man who's very concerned with women. Very concerned with the women's question. Oh, I remember he tagged a bunch of female accounts. He's like, guys, look, get a load of this. Look at this. This is horrible. What a fucking simp. What a creep, clearly just trying to get some pussy. You fucking loser. You're such a fucking loser. And then volkvulture replied to that guy. It was so funny. He's like, yeah, let's get him, girlies. It was so funny. No, it was very funny. So that's the drama that happened when I was gone in my absence, where everyone loses my mind when I leave for a week. I understand. I understand how it works. I understand how it works. What can I say? All right, give me a second. Again, so materially speaking, in material reality, where is any sexism from ACP at all? That is the question you just have to ask, all right? Instead of, guys, be materialists, have proletarian consciousness. Anyone who accuses ACP of misogyny or any of this kind of stuff, just say in real life how. Say, oh, go just comment on the internet. What does that mean, though? It means nothing. It's a fucking, it's nothing. What about in the real world? Because a lot of people have this false idea. Wow, I should have an interesting deep stream tonight and talk about Kojev and discourse and stuff, but I won't. But you know what the issue is these petty bourgeois scum In addition to people with certain mental disabilities, sure, have this idea that Twitter discourse is the logos. That's the issue. They think it's logos, right? They think it's the fundamental horizon of being itself. So that Twitter is how we participate and partake in being. And it's the logos. And it's not. Twitter is a fucking place where people fucking post shit while they're taking a dump that means literally nothing except, what would happen if I said this? Like, it's not the authority of logos. For ACP, the authority of logos, Australistani. Appreciate you, Australistani. I want to remind everyone that Russia doesn't pay me a dime. I have never taken a dime from the Russian government or from anyone in Russia at all. They don't give me money. They don't pay me. You guys pay me. You are my benefactors. I am an agent of IGG, literally. So, thank you so much, Australistani. Anyway, a lot of dumb shit I've been seeing. And, old Haz is coming back a little. Maybe. Like, well, I tried so hard to, like, be reasonable and whatever, but, like, now I'm just gonna start calling people fucking retards and shit, you know? So look out for that. Atch, what's going on, bro? What's going on? Uh, yeah, I think looking at Twitter and seeing, like, is this a direct microcosm of reality? Is this directly what reality is wrong. Reality is not Twitter, but what is reality then? Is it just experience? No, it's not that either. I think what reality is in many ways being accessed through Twitter, but um, reality is not just Twitter, but what is also not on Twitter. And what is not on Twitter is paradoxically something that is also communicated on Twitter. It's what's not being communicated that is often, like about a war or about, a meme or something. It's very hard to explain, but it's not reality. It's not reality. It's not reality. I think that there is I think that people are measuring reality based on different, like the range of consciousness that's possible to be expressed online. And when someone says a bad word, they're like, "Oh my God, it's possible to say that?" Well, yeah, it is. It really is. But what does it mean? It doesn't always mean a lot. It means that you are accepting the possibility that this is something that can be said, I guess. It doesn't mean everything goes. I'm not saying that. And you know what I think the limit for me is? I think the limit is when you're making shit personal, all right? So to me, the limit of being a psychopath on the internet versus like shit that doesn't matter is A, when you start making it personal. And B, I think is anything saying about children. I think that also and well, anything like I think a lot of this, yeah, in general, sexual, uh, like depravity is probably the limit. Like you can not refer to anyone personally, but if you're like sexually depraved, then I think it's crossing a line. Um, I would also include probably like racial cannibalism. So, but there's a fine line between racial cannibalism and like, fucking jokes between Balkan countries on the internet or something. So, like, you just have to have a way of common sense that is really not capable of being communicated on the internet. Look, I think people get this wrong idea that like everything in reality is automated, so real labor doesn't matter anymore, and it's just not fucking true. It's really just not true. It's really just fucking not true. Like there has been no Twitterification of labor. Like someone still needs to fucking actually do something to like with their hands in reality. And that has not gone anywhere. I promise it has not. People still need to like actually fucking like actually do shit, in the real world. And there's no way to reduce that to Twitter discourse. Most American proletarians aren't in production but in distribution. That's a good point, but the actual like producing industrial proletariat has always been a minority of society everywhere. It's always been a minority. I think there was an assumption that they would eventually become the majority, but they didn't. I think there was an assumption that these rentier forms of accumulation that were assumed to be vestiges of the feudal era would eventually be overtaken by the kind of industrial capitalism that was envisioned by classical political economy, but that didn't happen. So serfdom and these kind of things just took on new forms, and the proletariat remains a minority in many ways. Um, I think that's another thing people forget is that the capitalism described by most Marxists was a vision of classical political economy. And they made the wrong assumption that it was a reflection rather than a vision. It wasn't a reflection. I'm going to go, okay, hot take. You guys ready for this shit? I'm just fully heretical right now. I'm just here to engage in 1,000 heresies. No, I mean, like, maybe Eddie will disagree with me, but I'm just throwing out this idea. Do you want to hear the idea? I'll tell you. Capitalism was always the real utopia. It was the utopia of the classical political economists. God, this shirt is like a disaster because of. All right, I gotta hold it like this. Capitalism was the real utopia of classical political economy. And it always implied the removal of the landlords, and that never happened. Um, the notion of industrial capitalism was always a utopia. No such thing ever really existed. Many Marxists, and I'm open to the idea that maybe Marx himself, took for granted the idea that the aspirations of the bourgeois economists were going to be realized. That, the capitalist system will be unleashed, and like all this vestiges of feudalism will be eliminated, and it will be pure competition of industrious capitalists. And Marx took that for granted in a lot of ways, and I don't think it was empirically correct. Empirically speaking, it didn't happen. Um, uh, so that's a very important thing. to keep in mind. Empirically, it did not happen. I'm talking about empirically speaking. Super fucking late. Wow. What else did I want to talk about? Some other bullshit like discourse. So it's just some people that have banded together recently, I guess. I mean, look, this would happen to any other communist party. Literally, there's no way to avoid it. It's going to be a test for us, and I'm confident in our ability. But yeah, destroy the ACP. Destroy. Okay, then what? Then what? That's what I'm more interested in that. I'm not interested in this battle of personnel. Oh, you want to destroy the ACP? No, I'm going to destroy it. Yeah, I'm just kind of more interested in like, okay, then what? What are you going to do after you destroy the ACP? What's the plan? Oh, you wouldn't understand the civilizational timescale. Like, is that what you're going to say? What are you going to what's your fucking plan? Oh, well, anything would be better than what? So what? Nothing? Well, yeah, nothing. That's what they really mean to say. Nothing would be better. So, why? If you think nothing would be better, you're defending the status quo. We're not doing anything that's criminal. We're not doing anything that's like, like it's so like disgusting. They're literally just saying nothing would be better. Nothing at all would be better. Like, it would be better if there was no Communist Party. If there was nothing at all going on, that would be better than ACP existing. Why? So you can have peace of mind from your cognitive dissonance, you selfish, disgusting fuck? Yeah, so you could watch Hassan Piker in peace. It's kind of disgusting. It's really disgusting, actually. Oh, ACP's not going anywhere. Sorry, bitch. But, guys, listen, I mean it. Don't take the bait, all right? If you're being harassed, if you're being sexually harassed, don't take the bait and do it in kind. Just call these scum what they are. Fucking weird as shit. Be like volkvulture. This is weird as shit. That's really all you need to say. Like, this is weird as shit. Why are you talking about us sexually in any way at all? You're fucking weird. You're fucking weird. Like, why? What? Like, right? Why? Like, it's so weird. It's fucking weird as shit. Fucking loser. Creep. We give these people too much attention. Um, you know, some of them I think yes, but in general, you guys should continue bullying the shit out of like anyone talking shit about ACP. Yeah, swarm them and bully the shit out of them. If it's like a vicious attack, I mean, if it's just like like a friendly or a impersonal reserved criticism. You can whatever. Your people are allowed to criticize us. But if somebody is like totally just like completely like, well, it's an eye for an eye, right? Just fucking go in the replies and tell them what you think. Because it's not me they're attacking you and all your fucking hard work, right? So, like, yeah, don't. I'm not Gandhi, all right? I'm not Gandhi. Um, People want to fuck with us, we're gonna fuck with you right back, bitch. I'm not Gandhi. The door's always open for a respectful disagreement, but if you can't manage that, uh, yeah, go cry about us. The hypocrisy's so disgusting. Bro, somebody told that guy that, like, hey, like, this person is sexually harassing us. And he's like, if you can't take criticism, then stop being a bitch. And it's like, why doesn't that fucking apply to you? You're bitching about something apparently one of our guys said. Why does the thing you just told us not apply to you? That you're being a bitch because you're fucking can't take criticism. Like, why is there such a disgusting double standard? Like, hey, look what they're doing to us. Okay, first they say, look what an ACP member said to someone else. Oh, that's really bad. But then we say, but that person was saying this about us. And then he goes, well, if you can't take criticism, you should just log off. Well, if that's criticism, then the guy that you're crying about was just criticism. So you should apply your own fucking logic to yourself, you retarded bitch. Fucking idiot. And again, all this over what? All this over what? Because there has yet to be a single substantive criticism of anything we've done in real life. By the way, I want to give you guys some updates. The legal stuff I'm talking about wasn't like a bluff. It's not a joke. It's actually all being filed and it's in motion now. It's in motion now. And it's only going to increase, by the way, in scope. What is currently being in litigation is not over. There's others that will be involved, and we're very serious about it, and it's happening. If you want what well, I don't even know if I could say this, but let's just say it looks like some of these people really might be feds, like really might be like FBI agents or something. Grass, appreciate you. Like, it's incredible. But yeah, like actual feds are some of the people we might be taking to court. And we're pursuing it, absolutely. We're pursuing it fully. And we're going to do FOIAs and we're going to get everything. We're going to get all the information we need. If these are if they're actually working for federal agencies, we're going to go through the courts to reveal that. And it doesn't matter how much money it costs. We're going to do it fully. And we're going to expose everything, by the way. The American public deserves to know where their taxes are going. We're not, Hassan, for now, that's maybe later on. For now, no. Man, I remember some fucking idiot. Actually, if you look on my Twitter and my latest reply, you'll see I did respond. It's also in the Discord. Basically, someone tried to insinuate that I'm a Fed because I'm going back and forth from Donetsk and there's no pushback. First of all, I've been to Donetsk twice. First time I went to Donetsk. I honestly, I did think I would be stopped by customs, but I wasn't. I don't know why I wasn't. I couldn't tell you. The first time I came from Moscow in February, I was stopped. And for hours and hours. But the second time, actually, no, I wasn't. But it actually that's but here's the thing: I landed in JFK, and customs. I just told them you can tell them you were just in the airport you came from, and that's the first thing I said, and they didn't ask anything more. I said I'm coming from Istanbul, because that's the airport I was coming from, and then they were just like, all right, bet, and then you're done. Now, if they really are trying to get you at the border, Alexander, appreciate the 5 man. If they're trying to get you at the border, I have to explain this to retards. They will stamp your ticket and they will wait for you there, and they'll get you, right? I really think it was going to happen last trip. It didn't happen. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I have no idea. But keep this in mind, okay? We have a legal team. We have many other lawyers. There was a lawyer on the last trip to Donetsk, and all these people I confirmed with, nothing I was doing was illegal. Nothing. These trips to Donetsk are not illegal, okay? I'm not breaking laws. Now, I would be breaking laws if I was doing it in exchange for money, but I'm not. I'm not taking any money. So that's why. But the stupid thing they're saying is like, you're going back and forth, but I'm not. I went once, and now I'm still in Moscow. So this is something I wanted to tell you guys. I don't know what is waiting for me when I go back. I really don't know. It's always like flipping a coin. I don't know when I come back what will happen. We'll see. I don't know. As far as I know, I have not broken any laws. So, like, don't speak too soon, you fucking moron. You know? It is strange the first time that I came back, nothing happened. But that also kind of worried me a little, because that implies, okay, there's nothing we could stop him for because he's done nothing illegal, but we already know what we need to know. And then I'll tell you why I was a little spooked, because Chris got detained. And the last time they detained him, I don't know if I told you guys this. I don't even know if I'm allowed to. I'm just going to tell you anyway. Last time Chris got detained coming through the border, they presented him the pictures and names of all of the 7 people in the executive board, and they really grilled him about ACP this time. Like, ACP. Customs did this, mind you. Not FBI. Customs. Okay? And they had a whole, like, folder, and they had So that was like, I was like, okay, fuck. They're really onto us, obviously. But, like, we're doing nothing illegal, so I hope they don't plant something. But they're definitely onto us. I could confirm they're onto us. Confirm the obvious. Now, Hassan's a retard. He's like, Jackson is doing all this with impunity. Hey, you fucking idiot. Jackson lives in Moscow now. No one knows. Nobody knows what will happen to Jackson when he returns to America. I don't know. No one knows. We don't know. We don't know. Jackson is not doing anything illegal. Is he? But, well, look. Trump. Trump. Let's hope Trump stops this Russia paranoia stuff, and everything will be fine. Lift all the sanctions. Let's hope. I'm not saying he's going to. I'm just saying I hope. A man can hope. The minister, what's up? So I also have not been going on RT recently because people have been getting in trouble for it, so I don't go. But no, I mean, look, a video of me shooting an RPG or shooting a belt-fed machine gun, that looks like I should get in trouble for it and be arrested for it, right? But actually, if you know the law, there's actually nothing illegal about it. Like, no, there's nothing illegal about it. People have gone to Afghanistan and you can shoot guns abroad. There's nothing. As a matter of fact, you can go and join foreign battalions and brigades, and that's not illegal. When those guys went to Syria for the YPG, it wasn't illegal. A lot of people, the people who, this is what people need to understand about the Ukraine conflict. It's really not a legal thing. Like, we are not at war with Russia. We are not at war with Russia. Okay? I'm going to repeat that. We are not at war with Russia. The Biden administration and the United States administrations are clearly supporting Ukraine, but they're not really doing so in a sovereign capacity. Like, it's not like a law or something. It's like a thing that they're doing with money and aid, but we're not at war with Russia. We aren't. There's no sedition. We're not at war with Russia. It's simple. Now, are foreign agent acts that we have on the book selectively being applied to Russia? Yes, they are. But those laws are on the books, and if they were applied, would apply to British and Israeli, whatever, but they're just not applied. Those things are mysteriously never being pursued. But the FBI is pursuing the Russia stuff. DHS is pursuing. So you just have to know what laws are on the books. And a lot of these laws are not being applied. But I am not breaking any laws. Any laws. What I'm doing in Donetsk, I'm not taking money. I'm not doing anything illegal. And the U.S. government is bombing me with HIMARS, so I should sue them. I'm a citizen of the USA, and they're doing this to me, and I should sue them for that. Okay, guys. Guys, by the way, how do you like the stream? I'm looking at it now. All right. They'll break into your... Oh, they have. I'm sure they have our phones and our computers and everything. Good lighting. All right, guys, it's early for you, but it's way too late for me. We're signing off now. I'm going to have to sign off. Merry Christmas. I think. Christmas Eve, right? All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's the camera.